Hello everyone, this is Sujit here, and this is a next video on the sequence of higher order function, and we are going to talk about reduce. So what does reduce do? Reduce is the function which combines all the elements of an array and gives out a single value. So what does that mean? Okay, let's see an example here. Let's define a variable. Let's define it as an integer array, and let's give it some value. Okay, that would be our integer array. So if we want to reduce the array into a single value, that is sum, then we can do it using reduce function. Let's quickly do that. Let's print it out, the result. Integer array dot, so the operator dot is used to refer, and we can still use the function here. And so what I would like to do is put it as a function call and give it an initial value, and after that you can put a plus sign over here. So this is doing nothing but like adding up all the elements within this integer array, and this is the offset. So here you can set any value. So let's see the output over here. This is the output of the earlier program. So this is the output. So 1 2 3 4 5 would be 15. So what if we set here 100? It should be 115 because 100 is our offset over here. So yeah, so we got the result, and this is the inline syntax. We can achieve the same result we doing a bit differently using closure, and I'd like to do that as well. So let integer sum would be reduce. So like we did before, we need to give the name of the array, integer array dot reduce. So while we do with the closure, we can set the offset over here, and after that what we need to do is we need to take the constituent elements. So in this case, for reduce, we have two different elements that we can use in order to calculate the sum. So let's say let's keep them as x and y, and it would return integer as the output, right? So this is the signature for the particular closure, and I'm sorry, so this is the syntax, and like we can return x plus y. Okay, so this is the closure syntax. I'd like to print the integer sum and see the result over here. So there should be 15 again. Okay, we got the result. So this is the kind of lengthy syntax, but it is useful whenever we have to clearly define what would be the output look like, or we can even do something lengthy process over here. So like the important thing is that we need to consider these as the parameter. So we have x and y, and it will be returning integer. So x over here, it is nothing but the earlier value. So for the first iteration it will be 0 over here, it will take the 0 over here, and it will take 1, the y would take 1. So 0 plus 1 would be 2. So again, sorry, 0 plus 1 would be 1, and again it will like put the 1 into x and 2 into y, and it will give 3, and that 3 will be put into inside x, and in this way it will be able to calculate the sum. So next part of the problem is that what I want to do is I want to integrate or reduce the string array. So let's define an string array. Strings would be s t u, so okay, let's say uv. So this is the string array. So what if I would like to integrate these strings into a single string? We can use the same reduce algorithm over here. Print strings dot reduce. So in this case we would like to initialize with an empty string, and then after we can again use the plus sign over here. Let's see. Okay, we got the result that we wanted, and this worked out pretty well for this string array as well. So the next problem is that I would like to convert the integer array into an integer string. How can we do that? So let's work out on that. Let's define a variable that would be integer string, and similarly we can use the closure syntax over here. So let's give the input array as is integer array and reduce. So initial result for this case would be empty string, right? And the other aspect would be how can we achieve is that we have two arguments that we need to supply, let's say x and y, right? So in this case it would give string as the output. So over here we can return, what we can return is we can return x plus we can convert the y parameter we have into a string, and we can like concatenate two different thing into one particular string and return. So this is how it performs, and I would like to print the integer strings. Let's see the output. Okay, so as we can see over here, it is the string of the integer array that we have over here. So there is a one line statement for this as well. I'd like to like give you that example as well. So integer array dot reduce, so we want to reduce it into a string, right? So let's do one thing over here. um, so initial value would be something empty string, and the addition uh, excuse me. So what I would like to do is, so this is the initial value, and the closer would consist something different. Like I have said in the earlier video, $0 stands for the first first argument, or the elements within the array that we'll be iterating over. And we'd like to do is would like to concatenate with the two string. We'd like to concatenate two string together. So in this case over here, so as you can see that we have two different arguments that reduce gives us, right? So in this case, $0 is the first argument and $1 is the second argument. And while iterating, $0 is like the initial value, and that will be it will be adding up with the second value. So this is the return. So it will be returning this concatenated value. I'm not sure what is the problem over here. Okay, so this dot operator over here, it is not required, so we can eliminate it. So in this way we can convert the entire this closure syntax into a one-line statement. And let's see, are we missing here something? Okay, we are missing the print bracket. Let's see. Okay, we are having the same output again. So that is pretty much about the reduce higher order function, and I'll be putting the link of this file into the description box below so that you can download and play it around. And you know that the more we play around with certain syntax, the more we get more familiar with, and we can apply it into our ongoing project easily. The more we get more familiar. So that's pretty much it, and I would wish you best of luck for your career and ongoing project. Thank you.